Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Reflections. This is 5 questions to ponder and journal on our theme for this week, which is spiritual bypassing, how not to do it so you can become your more authentic self and awaken spiritually in a much deeper way. Hi, my name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of 12 published books, including Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, The Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit, and my latest book, The 8 Limbs of Yoga for Modern Times, a practical guide to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. You can find all of my 12 published books on Amazon and 10 on Ingram Spark. If you are new here, I want to welcome you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. For this Sunday Reflections, I'd like you to get pen, paper, light a candle, bring out the crystals, have a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, something warm, and get ready to write down how spiritual bypassing may have affected you in your life up until now. In the 2 previous videos this week, I spoke about my experience with spiritual bypassing, and I also explained what spiritual bypassing is. So if you're a little confused right now, you might want to start with those videos and end with this one. But we're going to dig a little bit deeper this week and get to the why and the how, and how you can release this notion of spiritual bypassing to get into your feelings a little bit more, which is really important for authentic healing. So sit back, relax, have your pen and paper, tablet, phone, computer, whatever you need to write it down. And let's start with question number 1. Where in my life did I learn that certain emotions were not allowed? Where in my life did I learn that certain emotions were not allowed? Was it your family, mom or dad, your teachers, religion, your culture? Maybe gender roles? Bring awareness to the idea of having certain feelings like anger, frustration, impatience, sadness, depression, whatever it happened to be. When did you learn that that was not okay? And you weren't allowed to have these types of feelings. Question number 2. When have I used spirituality to avoid facing a painful truth? When have I used spirituality to avoid facing a painful truth? Here are some examples. Forgiving someone too quickly before recognizing your own emotions about a situation. Minimizing harm or a harmful situation, or jumping to everything is just meant to be. God has a plan. It is the way it is. Question number 3. What emotion am I the most uncomfortable feeling, and why? What emotion am I the most uncomfortable feeling, and why? Such as anger, grief, disappointment, or fear. Question number 4. What would it look like if I honored all of my feelings without shame? What would it look like if I honored all of my feelings without shame? How would you feel about yourself if you did? Question number 5. How has bypassing affected my self-love my relationships with others, or my ability to set and maintain boundaries? How has bypassing affected my self-love, my relationships with others, or setting and maintaining proper boundaries? Remember, this is not about blaming yourself. It's about recognizing the patterns so that you can correct them. Okay, so now that you have written the questions down and maybe you didn't have so much time to answer them properly, or maybe you did, maybe you paused the video, which is a great idea. But take some time to yourself to reflect on these questions, and it will really help open up a world of healing for you like it did for me. And for me, obviously, this is a work in progress. In the other videos, I mentioned that I wasn't even aware of the concept of spiritual bypassing until 2020. So for me, it hasn't been that long of a time, but it is great to be able to explore the emotions that have been suppressed or glossed over, if you will, using spiritual terms or spiritual concepts or even your religion as a reason to not address those more negative feelings. But when you do, you will feel whole inside. You will whole, W-H-O-L-E, right? Inside, you will feel more authentic. You will have more self-love. So before you go, I would like you to come a little closer to your device. Know that you matter and your feelings matter, no matter what anyone has ever told you in the past. Your feelings matter. Sitting with your feelings does not make them grow. Sitting with your feelings and acknowledging that they're there usually makes them dissipate. It's when we repress and suppress that they grow bigger, bigger, and bigger. You're worth it. You're worth taking this time for you to look at your own feelings and acknowledging them. Even if nobody else does, at least you have done it for yourself. You are worthy, you are whole, you belong here, and the world is a much better place because you are in it. Thank you so much for joining me for these Sunday reflections, 5 questions to journal and ponder. Thank you so much for sharing with others who might need this as well. And I will see you guys next time.